Hey guys, welcome back. Stop Talk and Roll, episode 257, where we break down some jiu-jitsu rounds. And today, finally, got a submission from outside my gym. We got Ryan here in the green, and don't know the individual in the black and red's name, but we're going to call him Jimmy. This is over at East Coast United gym in White Plains. My buddy Josh teaches there. I've trained there. Beautiful gym. And yeah. So one thing, Ryan, I do want to say right off the bat, right here, I would be very careful saying flat-footed like so, because it's not hard for Jimmy to sit through and basically hook around your feet and just push you over. So that's one thing I would be careful of. Shin to shin, I see you beat him back to the inside, which is great. He doesn't really get a meaningful connection again. I would abandon shin to shin at that point and look for something else. This wizard's good. Nice and strong. I would watch for the double right here. So like sprawl back hard. Just drive his face into the mat. Nice job. I'm not too worried with this because your knee's still free. One of the things you could do here, oh, that's nice, and you pass that off. One of the things you could do here is take your outside arm here and just put it behind his head and drive his face into the mat, just kind of like a half Nelson. Yeah, I mean, just kind of, yeah, I would look to do something like that. I see you're shooting this arm through. Oh, for like a darce. It's, yeah, you could. The issue here is this foot's caught. But nice job with the sweep, Jimmy. I would look to clear that leg right now. So you get turned. Why do you get turned over here? Yeah, you just have no base in the back. I mean, anytime you're playing with somebody and their guard opens, that's like a cue to get your leg out of there, or get your hips out of there, whatever's stuck. So the second he opens his guard like this, I would be throwing your weight forward this way. Right, so kind of like rolling forward. So your right leg can get light, and you can kind of like kick it out, up, and over and out, if that makes sense. And we're off screen. Let's see. We're gonna come back on screen. Uh-oh. We're making our way back in. I'm skipping ahead. Okay. And we reset back to the middle. All right, cool. So we've reset. Ryan's back on top. Jimmy's playing butterfly. Supine, good. Leg drag, pseudo kind of quick leg drag, and then to side control. One of the things you definitely want to be careful about right here, Ryan, is it looks like your hips are turned. And I know that can be enticing, like you're trapping that arm. But it's not great because it's not hard for Jimmy on bottom to just push you this way. Even if you're an athletic guy, you get another athletic, strong guy, and it looks like you guys both are. It's not hard to push somebody over that way. What I prefer to do, unless I'm making a transition immediately to north-south, is you can take your knee or your hip and just attach it. So this is, I'm looking on like the opposite side right now, obviously, but you just attach it to their hip and you walk downhill this way. And you basically get both of their kneecaps to point either to the ceiling, which is fine right now, or you get them pointing away from you. Both are great, ideally away from you. The reason being is for him to escape side control via a hip escape, he needs to have his knees facing you. If his knees don't face you, he doesn't escape. So that's one thing that you can look to do here. Another thing is to transfer immediately to north-south. My cue for that, and it's a little hard to tell right here, we might have to hit play, but my cue for when I want to go north-south now is if I don't have control of their head, I'm going to travel to north-south, because if I don't have control of their head and their shoulders, they're eventually going to be able to just push me down out of side control. And it looks like you do have a cross face, so side control is a perfectly fine option right now. You could see that he's slowly trying to turn into you, and you could see that his kneecaps are starting to align towards you, okay? Once that happens, it becomes a lot easier for him to escape. When they're away from you, his options are to turtle, which is great for us because we want to look for, the back take. I see you going for north-south, and this is one of my specialties, actually. One thing that can help you right now is actually getting your head to the other side of his body. and solidifying down into north-south itself as a position. But let's see. So one of the things you can do is when you take your hand over here, if you can't get your whole fist in there, take your middle finger and drag it back into his armpit, and then you can hook into there, okay? That'll help you eventually drive inside, especially if he turns towards you. His arm generally is gonna open up a little bit when he turns. If not, it just takes practice. What you can use is a screwdriver. So you take your thumb, let me do it with this hand. This hand, I guess, works. You take your thumb, you wrap your pointer finger around it, and you're driving right through with this knuckle, okay? And you basically do this guy into his armpit, or you could do it to any opening, right? Like any insertion point, sorry. Thinking my Gordon Ryan videos, any insertion point. So you can do it into the neck, you can do it into the armpit, you can do it into the hips, behind the knee, into the elbow, all these little insertion points that are otherwise tight. You can use this to get through. So what you could do there is you use your middle finger, you slide back, catch, and then you drive your hand through. This will give you access to that armpit, and you can use it to drive him away from you as you spin, which is what you do in a second here, to north-south. At the same time, you align your head inside his body. This will give you a lot more power to generate because your head and then your spine and your hips, everything's going to be going in the same direction. Everything's pointing this way right now, and it looks like you're trying to take them this way. So it's going to be very hard to do. The other thing here is you can consider a north-south choke. He gets the turtle, which is not the end of the world by any means. And here, oh, it looks like, are you going for half Nelson? Very nice. Is this a Darce again? This is very similar to what we had before. A little hard to see. I can't see if his arm's in or not. Very nice. Like it, like it. I'd be very careful that he can't just stand up right now. Little hard to see him. It looks like you might have. Okay. A power half would be great right here. So you literally just bring your hands together and drive the back of his head away from you, kind of like that, but you got to get that hook in. When you go to take them over, you want to ideally have that hook in. So you take him down. Let's see what happens here. So from here, beautiful. I was going to say that. The only difference is don't leave your top side leg just dangling out there. I'd actually get completely behind him right now and slide this knee up high. Okay, like basically where your shoulder is, get your knee up that high. And then you could work to get your top side foot over his body, kind of like a, I'm going to use the word seatbelt, but that's not like our seatbelt that we use from Back Control. I don't know, just it's the best, I guess, the bottom part of a seatbelt. Right, not the cross seatbelt, but the hip seatbelt. You want to get your leg across his hips, and then what you could do is you can look to fall back. You could do a bunch of things, but it puts you in a much stronger position. Here, Jamie's able to catch that bottom leg. Oh, but you come out great. Head and arm choke is a great option there. One of the things you can do if you're in a head and arm choke right now, I like to finish it. Again, assuming that you're in this right now, I like to actually flip the way your legs are right now. And so this leg would be straight and this leg would be bent just like this one is, but the knee, I'm going to put right into his hip. So Jimmy can't turn into you easily and you could stay attached to him. And then from there, you're looking to do three things with your upper body. You're looking to roll your forehead to the mat. You're looking to drive your head into theirs. And then you're looking to get your elbow down to your hip. So you're doing like a big lat pull down, but obviously their head's in the way. And so, yeah, so you have the hips, switch your legs, and then roll your head, drive your head, elbow down, get the finish. Let's see if you do it though. There's many ways to finish that in arm. You drive it back to mount. Good. Very nice. Beautiful. This, guys, I've been talking about this a bunch. This is a great example. Ryan, you do this perfectly. When your opponent is making a mistake, let them keep making the mistake until you either like finish them or they realize they're making a mistake, and then you don't let them go backwards. So from here, not that it's a mistake, but Jimmy wants to get out of mount, and there's kip escapes, there's hip escapes, there's bump and rolls, there's capitalizing on bad technique, there's like the roll back and you put the feet in the armpits. There's so many different things and combinations that you can use to get out of mount. One way to get out of mount is to roll to your belly. You are giving up your back, but it is a way to get out of mount. If you like the back, I like the back, just let him do it, right? So Ryan just expertly right here loosens up his hips, lets him roll. He doesn't fight it. He's not driving back into him. Just comes over top and gets the hooks in. Here, don't make this mistake. You're getting a seatbelt in. If if Jimmy stands up right now, you are going to fall off just like so, and you lose the grip. You maintain this arm, which is great, but you could have had a better position. You can avoid that by going double unders. So again, I would be very wary to attack from here. I would rather flatten him out first. He is going to be strong on his knees and his elbows. Taking him over is a good option. I would look to improve your foot positioning. But this looks good. I'm going to let this play. Nothing to add right here. We're just kind of working through it. Jimmy's doing a great job. That was awesome. That was really good. So Jimmy there steps on your foot and uses that to climb across. Great escape. Well, not that he's out yet, but he cleared that bottom hook, which is fantastic. Look like he cleared the other. Oh, no, not quite. One of the things you can do here is very similar to what I said before about driving your knee up super high. I'm a big proponent of making sure that your bottom hook stays in. And obviously, as back moves so much, that bottom hook can suddenly become a top hook. And you might not have a bottom hook anymore. So you have to be creative. I like the body triangle with a butterfly hook in. That's always really annoying to deal with. And you move up the body, and it looked like you finished. Did you get a triangle there, or would you just reset? That's unfortunate that's off the screen. Looks like you got a triangle around the head. Great positioning, though. Okay, and we reset. Both knees, you sit to guard. This guy looks like he knows how to wrestle. Ooh, entering into cross ashi. Nice job. Subtle little thing to do, but you don't let him get past the knee line, right? So he needs to get past your knee. Steps through. Back step. Yeah. So way to just, it's very subtle, but Ryan just turns his knee in just a little bit, and that blocks that leg from coming through. What Jimmy's looking to do is get the back of his knee essentially past Ryan's knee on top of Ryan's thigh, anywhere in that red area. And then this technique is definitely game on. But you stop him from doing that, which is great. Into a reverse de la Hiva. Looks like he tries to backstep again. I'm not a huge fan of this, Jimmy. If you're on top, I prefer you pass. But you know what? It's okay. Like, we're always there to learn. Nice job getting right to north south. I love that decision because you don't have control of the head. Oh, and that was the end of the round. Well, that's unfortunate. That was a good round. You guys are rolling great. That just straight up. You guys are rolling great. Please feel free to get me some more rounds. I'd love to break down some more rounds. If you can, just take your old phone there and just give one of these guys and get more in the gym there. Tell Josh I say hello and tell him to get some footage for me. But thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please, and this is for everybody, like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. This does not look centered. What happened? I'm going to move this live. There we go. Okay, that should be centered now. Oh, it's not centered because of my end screen. I'm putting it back. I just talk sometimes. You're probably gone by now, but that's okay. Ring that notification bell. I get these episodes out every morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Saturday. If you want to be on the show, check out the description below. We'll get you on here. Ryan, thank you. Jimmy, I hope to meet you one day and to get your actual name. Thank you, guys. Have a great day. Bye.